Good morning, I'm Joey Francisco. This is One News Now. President Duterte has vowed that all expenses related to the COVID-19 response of the government will be accounted for and that he will hold himself responsible. He also promised to go after officials who will be proven to have misused government funds. The president also stressed that the issue on the PhilHealth is separate from the administration's fight against the health crisis. Maricel Halili tells us more on the president's address. Maricel.
Yes, Jovi. President Duterte's recorded public address has just concluded, and he answered some of the hottest issues nowadays. One of these is about the issue on the revolutionary government. The president said that he has nothing to do with the calls to have a revolutionary government, and he doesn't know anyone from the coalition. It's not part of his job to lead the Gov't. He also answered the statement of Vice President Leni Robredo on how the government is responding on the COVID-19 pandemic. The president said that nowadays people are very desperate, so we should not add fuel to the fire. If someone destroys the government, it means that they will also destroy the people. And President Duterte also mentioned about the PhilHealth. He asked the Congress to impose stricter measures to ensure that corruption will be prevented. He said that all agencies of the executive department, particularly DPWH, the Department of Agriculture, the Defense Department, and the other executive departments must publish all the funds that they have spent to 3 newspapers that has general circulation, to make sure that the people will realize how they spent the money. Also, the president gave emphasis on PhilHealth, that they should also publish all their expenses, even if it's just paper clip. They have to make sure that they will also include all the bidders in the newspaper. Also, Secretary Sonny Dominguez gave his report on small wage subsidy program. He said that they should follow some of the principles in future subsidy programs. This include that all subsidy programs must be digitized, and there should be a direct distribution of aid through banks or e-wallets. Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara likewise gave his report on what the task force on PhilHealth is doing. He said that they are focusing on the investigation on PhilHealth's IT system, because they have an impression that their IT system is fragmented and can easily be manipulated. They will also focus their investigation in the legal sectors, because it's one of the biggest sources of corruption, they think, and irregularities. And they will also focus on interim reimbursement mechanism as well as financial management. President Duterte also asked Secretary Guevara if it's possible to conduct the same investigation in the Bureau of Customs, but Secretary Dominguez in a way defended the customs and said that its head, Jagger Guerrero, has a very sophisticated system in monitoring the main ports in the country. But President Duterte also mentioned a certain Chodoro Jumamil. He used to be one of the officials of the Bureau of Customs, and the president mentioned that this is one of the corrupt officials that he identified, because he's holding a DPP director. At the same time, he's also holding a customs position. Jovi?
We noticed, Maricel, that the president once again discussed the government's plan about the vaccine that's coming from another country. Anything new in that angle?
Yes, Jovi. The president mentioned that there are some medicines coming from Japan, and he also mentioned remdesivir and Avigan. But this is not vaccines. This is just medicines that they are considering to immediately respond to symptoms like fevers and flu. But other than that, the only vaccines that he mentioned are those vaccines that will come from China and Russia. And he also reiterated that these two countries have already committed that they will provide vaccines to the Philippines once available. But he mentioned that it's not yet clear if we will pay for these vaccines, but in any case, if the country will pay for these vaccines, we will probably ask these two governments to give it as a loan, and we will pay it in a staggered system.
Okay, thank you very much. That was News 5's Maricel Halili. Now here are the other stories we're keeping our eyes on. Vice President Leni Robredo underscores the government's role in salvaging the economy as she points out that the proposed 165 billion peso budget under the Bayanihan to Recover as One bill is not enough to soften the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. She also accused the administration of having no clear vision to address the crisis and that Filipinos are losing their confidence in the government's leadership. A number of PhilHealth employees have expressed willingness to testify before the task force PhilHealth and provide information on the alleged anomalies in the state health insurer. That's according to Justice Undersecretary Mark Perete, who also says that their testimonies will still be subjected to validation. The DOJ formed panel has so far interviewed 5 senior officials of the PhilHealth. The task force has until September 14 to finish its probe. And video sharing app TikTok has formally sued U.S. President Donald Trump over his executive order banning transactions in the U.S. with them. The company has branded the move as a pretext to Trump's anti-China stance as he seeks re-election. TikTok and its parent company ByteDance also dismissed White House's position that the app poses a threat to national security. For more updates, follow News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Jovi Francisco. We are One News.